Hello everyone and welcome to this week's video. This will be the next installment in the basic mid-game tactics. This is the second example from section 2 of section 3 of chapter 2 in the free ebook that's available from the World Xiangqi Federation website. Now a quick analysis of the material. Red would have 2 cannons, 1 chariot as the main pieces, 1 pawn and a full guard. Black would have 1 chariot, 1 horse, 1 cannon, 3 pawns, and a full guard. Material-wise, black would be better, but in terms of position, this black cannon would be an issue because it is relatively closed and the major routes have been severed by either its own pieces or by the enemy pieces. So it would be red's turn to move. Now, how can red make use of the discovered attack with the cannon to gain material or turn the tides in his favor? Now, as mentioned before, the cannon would be a prime target for red to attack, but how should red attack? The first move would be to play r4 equals to 9. Now, in this way, the cannon will only have 1 of 2 intersections to move to. Now, there are two ways for black to respond or reply to this situation. The first would be to attempt and counter capture of material. It would not be a good idea for the cannon to move, to run away, because this would be another threat to capture. And by making use of threatening to capture the cannon, the red chariot will be allowed to advance forward to deliver a check. Now this is a very important intermediate move, especially in similar situations, because by doing so, the black king would be forced to the third rank, where it would be basically stranded here and very vulnerable to attack by line attacking pieces like the cannon and chariot. Now because the advisor would actually get in the way of the black king, the black king will now be in trouble. So red will use his cannon to deliver a check, which is protected by the advisor, forcing the black advisor to move. Black cannot move his chariot away, or it will be a checkmate. So this would force the advisor to move, and red would simply capture the red chariot with this move. So red would be forced to capture the cannon, and just within a span of 6 plies, red would have gained material in terms of material value, and the cannon would still be in deep trouble. So red would have a significant advantage, and this would be the main reason why it would be a good idea for black to play r4 equals to 2 to attempt to trade material instead of trying to move the cannon away. So after playing r4 equals to 2, red would actually play c8 equals to 6, because this cannon would be much more of a threat than the black cannon here. And as mentioned just now, the cannon would be able to do much once it were able to reach the red file. So there were 3 variations that were discussed: c1 equals to 2, r2 plus 3, and r2 plus 5. In the main variation, c1 equals to 2 was given, whereby the black cannon would try to be moved to safety. Black would move the cannon to safety. However, let us go through the sub-variations given. What would happen if r2 plus 3 were played? Now this would be a very big mistake, because red will use the cannon to apply a cannon skewer. This would be a cannon skewer because now the cannon was making use of the pawn to attack the black chariot. Now if the chariot moved away, the black cannon would be captured. And since the black chariot can only move along this file, there will be no other attacks for black to attempt to trade material. So the only thing they can do is to play r2 2 equals to 3 to capture the pawn, but red would capture the cannon using his cannon. And again, 1, 2, 3, red would now have 3 major pieces, and black would have only 1 chariot and 1 horse. And this edge pawn would now be captured next, and generally speaking, red would gain material and have a slight advantage going into the mid-game phase. So r2 plus 3 is not viable. Neither would be r2 plus 5 to attempt to trade material, because if this were done, red will simply move the cannon to safety. By moving the cannon here, black cannot continue to play this move, or black would lose material to this check. And because red had played r6 plus 4, red would actually use the black pawn as a cannon mount and discourage the black chariot from playing here, or it will be simply captured. So out of sorry, once c8 equals to 6 was played, out of these 3 moves, perhaps the best would be c1 plus 2 to move the black cannon to safety. And if this were played, again, red would use a similar attack that was shown in the previous video, whereby the cannon would now be threatening to attack the black chariot. Now, at this moment, there are 2 replies from black. The first would be c2 equals to 1 to attempt a trade on material. The other would be to move the cannon to safety. So what would happen if this were played? Red would simply threaten to capture the cannon again and use the moves shown in the first variation. So short recap, check, checkmate. So once this were played, the black would have to lose his cannon, but in order to preserve the safety of his king. So c2 equals to 5 is not a viable option, and black can only attempt to try to trade material again. However, as mentioned, seen in the previous example, the mobility of the cannon will allow it to be moved to important positions, and in this case, red will simply deliver a check, forcing the king in, and thus capturing the black cannon. Now, one might wonder, could black try to gain back lost material since this cannon would seem to be closed or very immobile? The answer would be no, because again, the cannon in front would be able to deliver a check, opening a open line for the cannon to move to safety. So as can be seen, at this point in time, no matter what black moves, the cannon will be able to move away, and red would now have to command the material advantage just within a 6 plies. So a short recap, as can be seen, the red chariot will now attack the black cannon, which was relatively closed. So, and this would be the correct move, and this would be the intermediate move, where the cannon is used to attack the enemy chariot as an intermediate move. And if black tried to trade material, it would deliver a discovered attack. Now this discovered attack, this is also a discovered attack because by delivering a check, the other piece could capture material. So this is a very useful concept in Xiangqi, and I hope you've enjoyed this short video. Now if you like my work, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.